Well, my father was an alcoholic and my mother, she got hooked up in drugs. Okay, next student. Man, your father was an alcoholic and your mother was drugs? How did you graduate with all that pressure? Well, I didn't want to, to be like my parents.
Yeah.
Whatever story you place on that card is going to be, it's going to be the same story, one or the other. So that was the precursor that everything that we talked about, but it all could be resonated about belief.
Believe.
About belief. So, yeah, that was hey, you rewinded that, man. You blew the dust off that with Wally Amos, and that was really a difficult time because, man, driving out here, I lost 2 cars in the process. I was more than 5 months behind on my mortgage. Neighbors were laughing at me, said, "Man, this guy got a college degree, man, blah, 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 this, that, and everything." And it just resonated with me. And another interesting point, right after that gold medal dinner, I thought my life would be normalized. Okay, I'd finished the manuscript and I was going to go back into corporate America. I was in corporate America for 12 years, and Brandy, the last 3 years, I was in consulting. So I threw my resume out there, and I got an offer from, when you look at consultants at that time, Arthur Anderson, Accenture wasn't there, but Arthur D. Little, and of course, McKinsey and Company. Those were the top 3. And, A.T. Kearney. And I got an offer with A.T. Kearney in the New York office. And I said, well, it looks like, I'm going up to New York and I'll be coming home on the weekends and blah, blah, blah. And they extended the offer at the salary that I requested. And then after they extended the offer, the next day I got a phone call from one of the managing partners. They said, "Dennis, in our haste to hire you, we forgot, one small item. I know it's not going to be a big problem, but all of our candidates got to go through this." And I knew exactly what he was leading to, got to perform a credit check. So they performed the credit check. The next day they called and rescinded the offer.
Wow.
And
what year is this? And they doing credit checks, Dr. Kimbro.
And I fainted on my bedroom floor. I mean, I really collapsed. And after I came to, and I told my wife, she came home from work. Back then, my youngest daughter, she was like maybe 6 or 7 years old, Mackenzie. And when you believe and you get rid of doubt and you get rid of fear and you become certain in uncertain times. And I went downstairs and I told my family, I said, "Let's go in the living room." And we all gathered in the living room, my 3 daughters, and they said, "What are we going to do?" And I said, "Let's all hold hands and make a circle." So they didn't know what I was leading to, and we all held hands and we made a circle in the living room. And my daughter said, "Okay, well, why are we doing this? This is crazy." And I said, no, there's a purpose to this. And Mackenzie said, I'll never forget, "Dad, what are we looking for?" And I said, "I want you to just look around. Look at everything in this living room. Look at everything that you can look in the other rooms. Just hold hands." And I said, "Come on, Dad, what are you doing?" No, I said, "I want you to take a good look, because this is the basement floor. You will never see it again in life." Brandy, shortly after that, Harvey Mackay called me. He wanted to see my manuscript. I sent it to him. His agent became my agent. They threw it out to the top 12 publishing houses. And just to bid on the book, just to be in the room to bid on the book was 6 figures. And they were going back and forth, and my agent was calling me, "Such and such bid this, such and such bid that," and blah, 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 and this, that, and the other. But that was a high watermark, and I look back and I am so grateful that I experienced that. And the reason why, because so many people come to you and they say, "Oh man, I'm going through this and I'm going through that." That gave me validation that these principles work.
Yeah.
Gives me validation. I don't care if you've been broke, I've been broker. I don't care if you've been broker, I've been brokest. All you do. How do you get to Mount Olympus? You make sure every step you take is towards Mount Olympus. And that was all through Wally Amos and the time that we had together.